Hello people, just want to do another video again talking about, Wollongong police station, the most corrupt police station of all time. Yeah, well, I just got off the phone from them and everything else. Well, talking about my case and everything else, when me and my mum's house got broken into and everything else. I do know the people who actually did break into the house, but I'm not really saying here just yet, because I did got information myself. I do know for a fact who stole from me and everything else, but I'm not really saying just yet. But the thing is, right, the fucked up thing is, I done more of a better job what they ever did. Because you know why? I went around, done some information, geezing, looking around for information, went to every hock shop, porn store and everything else to see if my stuff is actually there and everything else. Went to every porn or hock shop in that town, in that area, especially Corrimal, Wollongong, all sorts. Didn't really got any information from that, but yeah, but it was this one information I did got years and years ago, same year but different month, about 2 months after our house got kicked in and everything else. I'm not telling you how I actually did got this information, but I went to Bellambi, pub. Got information too from them. And I did said, well, have you been hearing around in the pub lately around, well, I'm talking about that time, like hearing anything in the pub, like people bragging on about stealing shit and everything else? And yeah, they actually did said yes, they did said yes. And I said, do you know the people's names? They said no, they didn't know the person's names, but they even described them to me in a little bit of details, like they look like how to explain it, they look like scatterbrains, like people who are on drugs and everything else. And they were bragging on, like, drinking and everything else, bragging on, like, stealing shit and things else, like, and yeah. And I practically done, more what New South Wales Wollongong Police Station ever did. I done more information, like looked around, have my ears everywhere, trying to hear things, and go to certain places where normally people, when they break into your house and steal shit, and where they usually sell it and everything else. But none of my stuff was actually there. None of my Sony television was not there. My games, my movies, or anything else. None of it was not there. Nothing was not there, but I just know for a fact. I know they know who practically stole my property, but they don't really want to go so far to investigate it, because I actually do know for a fact, because I don't really want to say names on here. I know for a fact one of their informants were practically involved with it. And I know too well. I know very damn well one of the informants actually did broke into our house. Because I know for a fact, and I heard things about Belambia and everything else, and know a lot about the corruption side of that police station and everything else. Like, I've seen things, man, it'd probably make anybody sick. Like, even especially when me and my mum moved there. This was like 2 years later when we moved there. We've been living there for like 10 years now. We lived there for, rephrase. We've been living there for 10 years now, and we moved out. And yeah, like 2 years later when we just moved in, right? And I was like, you know, getting shopping and getting food and everything else for my mum. And long to behold, I seen a police officer talking to somebody. And you know what I actually did see too? I seen a dude giving money to a officer there. Yeah, giving money to an officer for bribe money. And they do bribe the public there too. And I do know for a fact, and heard things too, they have informants there too. And I know quite a few of them actually do breaking and enterings, and, you know, crime in general. And that's half the reason why they don't really want to do it. And not just that too, cause why they don't want to do it, because they're clumsy at their work. They're clumsy, and they expect people to go out and give them information when you don't even know who actually did what, you know? Like how the hell am I meant to know who broke into my home when that already happened? How the hell am I meant to give you information like of someone breaking in my home when I don't even know who broke into my home? Is that your job to do that, or is that my job to do that? Like, you don't really make that much sense in general when you're actually saying that to me. And not just that too, even them saying, oh, for you not liking the cops there and everything else. And I said, what's that have anything to do with anything? If I don't like cops, what's that have to do with anything? What, you're not going to do your job if I don't like cops? You know? Do we have to like yous for yous to do your job properly? And I did look up their laws, what they're meant to do, and their policies and their call of duty. Basically and practically, they are meant to investigate and prosecute people who were involved in crimes. Why they didn't went so far to actually go to people who actually did break in and enter, and actually have criminal records, you know, who have that, you know? Why they didn't went so far to even, you know, prosecute them and everything else. Like, they got every record of people in that town where I used to live in, right, who broke in and entered people's homes and everything else, but why they didn't go out their way to prosecute them, you know? To do an investigation, like, you know, connect the fucking dots, for fuck's sakes. You know, I've done practically way more what they ever did. And not just that too, I even went to every hock shop too, and even told them this too, like the same thing too. I even told them this one information too, and I said this to them: did police ever came in here for like stolen goods? And they said no. This was around about the same time when my house got broken into. Me and my mum's house got broken into. And they haven't even went in there yet. Because, you know, the reason why they didn't want to investigate? Because I don't like cops. And the reason why I don't like the cops there, because they practically harassed me for the last 10 years going there. Like, you know, doing petty shit, you know, pulling me over, checking my bags and everything else, accusing me for crimes I haven't even did, and labeling me as a criminal and everything else, not helping me out when my things got stolen, when I had one of my cats kidnapped and everything else. And yeah, I can pull everything out of my ass and tell you everything, the fucking absolutely disgusting shit what they'd done to me, man. Especially when I got coward punched by a person and they didn't done nothing about it. When I was in hospital with concussion, I even told the detective who was meant to actually do my case, but he really did fuck all. He practically gave the keys back to the guy who punched me out. And yeah, and the story about that is, all I said, I spoke with absolute respect to the detective and everything else, and I said, I'm not really well to actually do a statement as this moment. Like, I'm not well, I can't really talk, like, because I was like with concussion. And this what really made me sick in the stomach. His partner went so far to actually say this to me: "Oh, if you're going to make our lives a living hell, we're going to make your life a living hell." Practically, you threaten my life, more or less, and you're meant to be a government worker, you know, with a badge, you know, threatening the community, you know, like, you know, when they're on a hospital bed, they can't even talk because they're have concussion. Like you should know better. Like, you know, like we'll come there a little bit later, or even what I actually especially said to him. You know, like, I'm not really physically well to actually talk. They should have said, well, we'll come back later on we'll come back later on in the day, or if you're not better that day, we'll come back the next day later. But no, his partner threatened my life and everything else, and yeah, it's just a shit fucking police station. It's a shit police station. It literally is. It's appalling of a police station. And not just that too, they even went so far, because they know their police station in general themselves are just fucking corrupt in general, how they treat people and everything else on there. And I've read all their bad reviews on the police station and everything else. They're not a good police station, and all their stars are removed. Like, they only had like 2 stars, two and a half stars in their name, because people just didn't like the way how they were treating them. I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for the people who've been treated by these people, and not just that too. You know, it's like, I read this one comment. I'm trying to remember all the other ones. I remember this one. They tried to ring that police station, right? And none of them were not answering it. And it took the lady 3 to 4 hours to get an answer. And how they treat people with mental health, it's disgusting. I actually read things about that too on their review. How they treat people with mental health issues there too, it's pretty disgusting. How they don't, you know, like go to the problem itself. Like it takes them like 4 to 5 hours to get to, if someone rings them or whatever, like it takes them 4 hours to get there. Like it's appalling of a police station. It needs to be more investigated on. Articles need to be more written about them, like news articles and everything else. Like I read articles about the police station itself, how they are just messed up in there. In general, they're just messed up in general. They don't respect the people, and not just that too. I even went to one of the town hall meetings, like where people go to, and where the meeting was actually taking place was actually in the lifeguard building. And I even said, what about all the crime and everything else is actually happening in the town? You know, what are you going to do about all that? Like, what about the crime? What about this and that? What about the graffiti and everything else? And you know what the police done? Well, when they were talking to people and trying to, you know, like, I don't know how to put it in words. Like, I can say, I don't know how to say that word, but trying to butter up the community to say they're helping, but they're not. But and you know what the thing is, that the funny thing is, especially when I said that, they just laughed and chuckled at me, and they just didn't really give two shits what I have to say. Like, you had all these people here, and all yous are doing is trying to butter up the community. When I used to live there at that time, you're trying to make yourselves look like the good guys, but really when you do look at it, you're not really the good guys, you're the fucking bad guys. Because really, what the shit I've been through from you guys, and not just that too, even especially when I rang the fire department, when I did ring the fire department, they accused me for lighting the fire, when the person who coward punched me, his kid actually done it. And they didn't really they didn't really arrest the kids. You know how it is. It's like, it's too much paperwork. Like, hooly dooly. They just committed a crime. What if the whole fucking town caught on fucking fire? You know? Because of these little fucking firebugs, mate. Like, what the fuck? Like, I understand they're kids, but they committed a crime and they deserve to be punished. Oh, it's too much paperwork. Kids are just too much paperwork. Who gives a shit? Too much paperwork, my fucking ass. Like, seriously, too much paperwork, my ass. And they never helped me out with anything for the last 10 years being there and everything else. It's just a joke of a police station, and even people working there. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke of a police station, man. Just don't rely on them for help, man, because they're not going to help you. Like, and even just that, and even how I got this information, I didn't got this information from a cop. I got it from, I got my information who broke into me and my mum's home when we were up my sister's place. I didn't got it from a police officer. I got it from, I can't really say, but I did got it from somebody. But I don't really want to say, because I don't have them all. It's like I like to make a hobby with this, because how to explain it? I want to collect all the people who actually done the break-in and enter, and when I got them all together, right? That's when I will start making phone calls to the police and everything else. And if they will do it, I don't know, because I hurt their feelings because I don't like police. Oh, they're the feelings police, you know. I hurt their feelings because I don't like them. Who gives a shit? I don't like yous, you know. And you know, the thing is, it's your call of duty. If people don't like you or do like you, it's your job to actually still go out there in the field and look into it. If we don't like you or not, it's still your job in general in the first place. Why do you have a badge for? Where did you got your badge? From a cereal box? Yeah. I don't know, maybe I just hurt their feelings, you know, like, oh, I hurt their feelings, like, oh, I don't like the cops. Who cares I don't like the cops? Look how you've treated me for the last fucking 10 years living there. Would you blame me I don't like yous? Like, seriously, would you, like, you know, like, seriously. And maybe be in my shoes. What if I was a cop and if I was power hungry, right? And just treating just one individual, and I bet they do it to everybody who they ever see, just like pulling them over and doing strip searches and everything else. And man, it got to the point where it got so degrading, they were patting me down in near my private areas. It was very degrading, man. You know? Checking everywhere and everything else, like godforsaken shit, man. Like, seriously, accusing me for crimes, try to crucify me for crimes I haven't even fucking did. It's like, this is my picture how I look at them cops who work in them stations. They dress in beautiful clothes in the outside, but in the inside, they're ugly and terrible people. Do you know where I learnt that from? The man upstairs, Joshua, Jesus Christ, you know? He even said that about the Pharisees, you know? You wear all these beautiful clothes in the outside and you say, you're saying this and that, but really in the inside, like in the inside of yous are ugly, disgusting people. And just the reviews, what I read about them in the past before, and especially articles too, what I read by them, and it's just disgusting. I can't even, it's so much knowledge up there, what I know about them, I can't even fucking present all of it to you in my hand right now. It's just, it's so much shit about them. It's just, it's a joke. Especially the time when they came to my home. I don't know what the case was. I was wearing my glasses. I do wear glasses to see things, you know, like for my on my television when I'm playing video games. And this blonde-headed cop, right, dude, right, I don't want to call him a dude. He's not a dude. A dude is a gentleman. This person, a cop, right, came up to me and I called him for some reason. I don't remember what I called him for. And they said, where you brought your glasses? Where you brought your glasses? Where you brought your glasses? And I said back to the cop, and I said, what's it have to anything to do with you? What, did I stole them? Are you accusing me for stealing? Are you slandering me? Like what they did with the fire too, when I didn't even start it. And not just that too, when my cat got kidnapped. Oh, well, speak of the devil, she's right here. When this cat got kidnapped by my next door neighbour, and he locked it up in his shed for like 2 days, and I was like looking around the neighbourhood and everything else, trying to find my cat, and I heard my cat in his shed, locked up and everything else. And I wanted to charge the person who actually did kidnap my cat. And the police came, and I said, I want to charge that person who kidnapped my cat. The police came and everything else, and that's what I said. And he said, what do you want to charge him for? For kidnapping my cat. And he said like 2 times, right? And the third time he said it, like, what, I'm a bit tongue-tied now, I'm just a bit angry. And I said, he said this again to me the third time, and I said, like, what do you want to charge? What do you want to charge him for kidnapping my cat again? And he said that again. And I said, fuck off. Fuck off. Now you're taking me for a ride. Fuck off. You're being rude. You're being this and you're being that and everything else. Fuck off. Now, and yeah, it's just like they treat people like shit. Like they're spastics and everything else. They treat people like spastics there. And especially when you're on the phone to them, they're like kind of, that's the thing is, they laugh at you. They laugh at you when you get on the phone, when you putting them down, like, and saying this and that, when the people know way more better what they do. They laugh at you and they cackle and laugh and they think you are a retard, you don't know anything because they're being in the police academy getting trained and everything else to know about everything, and when they don't even know fucking anything. It's just like they don't even know what shit from clay is. Like, seriously, like, I've been through a lot by these pricks in there for the last 10 years, and they haven't even looked into my case ever. They didn't even give me follow-ups or any updates. And not just that too, they didn't even they didn't even said to me, oh, we closed the case. That's pretty special of you not telling me that. That's pretty special. Pretty special indeed. It's just fucking disgusting, man, how I got treated and how people there in general got treated there too. It's just disgusting, and it's appalling. They're just corrupt fucking lunatics there. And me not liking cops in general, they're not going to go out there and do their jobs properly. Like, you have to like them. If you don't like them, you hurt their feelings and they don't do shit for you. It's like what people are saying around the world about them, They're the feelings police. They only go out and do things when people's feelings get hurt. Especially, it's like, it's crazy. And I'm just going to leave it as that and talk to you guys later. God bless.